I heard Rothschild is spending a lot of money on legal fees.
Actually, the reports in the local paper have it all wrong. Commissioner Rothschild and the commissioners won every legal action they were involved with except one.
But a couple of members of the Democratic Central Committee said they were wasting money.
That's the pot calling the kettle black. Members of the Democratic Central Committee filed 2 of the complaints, but Rothschild refused to cave in, and the commissioners won both of them.
The local paper led me to believe they wasted lots of money on a First Amendment prayer lawsuit.
That's not true. Lawyers that care about our constitutional rights provided free legal representation. Besides, it turns out that Commissioners Fraser and Rothschild were right, and the liberal media was wrong. Carroll County won a very important lawsuit that defends the First Amendment rights of all elected officials to pray according to their conscience. This was a major victory that also had the effect of affirming the Maryland Constitution that says, "Nothing shall prohibit anyone from invoking the aid of God or a supreme being in any government proceeding, school or ceremony." This victory helped restore the proper role of God in government.
How about the incinerator contract?
One of the other commissioners demanded that the county fork over $3 million to simply buy our way out of the incinerator. Rothschild said no, and demanded negotiations that successfully ended the contract at a savings of $2 million.
Exactly how much did the commissioners spend on legal fees?
Their total 4-year legal budget was $1 million. But they spent only 1/4 of it. When you consider the $2 million savings on the incinerator, the legal fees paid for themselves 10 times over.
How about the lawyers in the Clean Chesapeake Coalition of Counties?
We're spending millions of dollars a year on stormwater projects that have virtually no impact on the Chesapeake Bay. Rothschild worked with officials in 7 other rural counties in the Clean Chesapeake Coalition to share the costs of fighting mandates that are killing jobs and hurting farmers and our economy.
How did they do that?
Rothschild convinced the other counties that the EPA was violating federal laws with mandates that hurt our farmers and businesses. Now, several counties have filed formal actions against the federal government that could save us millions of dollars if we win. The savings could then be redirected back into roads and education. By any objective standard, Rothschild's performance as a commissioner has been impressive.
Oh? They didn't tell us that in the local paper.
That's because the editor of the local paper is a flaming liberal that hates conservatives like Rothschild, but the fact of the matter is that Rothschild and Fraser have been the only 2 commissioners to actually fight back against the liberal machinery. And guess what? They're winning. Commissioner Rothschild and Commissioner Fraser's actions are a key reason why Carroll has no rain tax.
So why do so many people keep attacking Rothschild?
As Commissioner Rothschild always says, dogs don't bark at parked cars. Rothschild is one of only a few officials in Maryland that is fighting back in order to defend us from out-of-control government. The liberals hate him because he is one of the few officials that has successfully stood up against O'Malley and Obama. Remember, Rothschild told the federal government to forget it when they tried to dump illegal aliens into Carroll County. And of course, some weak Republicans hate him because he refuses to accept compromises that sell our rights down the drain in order to make nice with liberals.
Yes. I've heard Rothschild say he has no interest in collaborating with liberals that are trampling our Constitution. He only wants to defeat them. Oh? It's nice to hear the rest of the story that the media will not print. I'm voting for Rothschild.
Authority Southwest Carroll for Rothschild, B. Holstein, Treasurer.